A good life isn't about luck or having everything figured out. It's about small choices made every day that shape the way we live and feel. People search for happiness in all the wrong places, chasing money, fame, or approval, only to realize that none of it truly satisfies. There was a man who spent years working to climb the corporate ladder. He sacrificed sleep, relationships, and his health, thinking that once he reached the top, he'd finally be happy. But when he got there, he felt emptier than ever. That's when he started asking himself, what really makes a life good? He began with the basics. Health. A strong body leads to a strong mind. He started prioritizing sleep, drinking enough water, and eating real food instead of processed junk. It wasn't about dieting or restrictions, just fueling his body with what made him feel good. He moved every day, even if it was just a short walk. His energy improved, and so did his mood. Then he focused on his mind. He realized he was filling his head with negativity, news, social media, toxic conversations. So he changed what he consumed. He started reading books that inspired him, listening to people who challenged his thinking, and spending time in silence. His mind became clearer, his stress levels dropped, and he finally felt in control of his own thoughts. But a good life isn't just about taking care of yourself, it's about connection. He looked around and saw that the happiest people weren't the richest or the most successful. They were the ones who had deep, meaningful relationships. So he made an effort to reach out to old friends, spend more time with family, and genuinely listen when people spoke. He gave without expecting anything in return. And in doing so, he felt more fulfilled than he ever had before. Another lesson he learned was the power of gratitude. Instead of focusing on what he lacked, he started appreciating what he had. Every morning, he wrote down 3 things he was grateful for. At first, it felt silly, but over time, it changed the way he saw the world. He realized that happiness wasn't in the next achievement, the next purchase, or the next goal. It was in the little moments, the sound of laughter, the warmth of the sun, the kindness of a stranger. He also learned the importance of purpose. Without something meaningful to wake up for, life felt empty. He stopped chasing money and started asking himself, what do I love? What impact do I want to leave? He found work that excited him, a hobby that challenged him, and a cause bigger than himself. That's when life truly started to feel good. One of the biggest changes he made was learning to let go. Let go of grudges, of past mistakes, of things he couldn't control. He realized that holding on to anger and regret only poisoned his own happiness. So he forgave, not for others, but for himself. He accepted that life wouldn't always go as planned, but that didn't mean it couldn't still be beautiful. And lastly, he learned to be present. So many people live in the past, stuck on regrets, or in the future, worrying about things that may never happen. But the only moment we truly have is now. So he started paying attention to the people he loved, to the beauty around him, to the simple joys of everyday life. And in doing so, he finally understood what it meant to live a good life. Living well isn't about perfection. It's about balance, growth, and appreciating the journey. If this video gave you something to think about, consider subscribing for more insights on how to make life better, one small choice at a time.